What is up, everyone, and welcome to the CJ Unedited podcast. Tonight's episode, personal interest pieces and what is coming up next in August. I am joined, as always, with my co-host, Chrissy McNamara. Chrissy, how are you this evening? And, as always, what you drinking?
I am good. It's been a pretty interesting week. And I know it's an echo of last time, but I'm just drinking a fat glass of water. I'm trying to be good until my vacation so I can turn up then.
Oh, hey, you know what? More power to you. I'm drinking Wendy's because, I'm in the middle of packing, so all of my dishes and all of my cups are put away.
Yeah, you got a whole week ahead of you. You got a whole weekend ahead of you.
I really do. I move on Friday, which means next Thursday I'm gonna be in a entirely different room, different space, different setup. It's gonna be completely cool. How's your week been?
I had a pretty good week. We Kahlua started daycare this week, 1 day a week, because sadly I'm probably going back to school in about 3 weeks. So we wanted to start establishing some routine for her to have something to do at least once a week. So she was there on Tuesday, and then because she was there on Tuesday, I kind of had a free day, so I went to a pool and got a tan, and it was nice. And other than that, we had a fire last night outside. That was fun. I'm just getting ready.
I thought you meant
like a fire pit fire. Sorry, you were like, what the hell?
Whoa, fire! Okay.
Sorry, we made a fire in the fire pit recreationally in the yard. Okay. Otherwise, just working and getting hyped for the beach next month.
Yeah, I've been working. That's pretty much all I've been doing. And I just started packing today to move this weekend. So
to move tomorrow.
Exactly. But guys, this is our personal interest piece and what's next episode for the month. But before we get started with that, I do want to clear up some air of why we did postpone last week. I was feeling like poo-poo butter. I know that's a weird saying, but poo-poo better. I heard that from another podcast that I was listening to, and I thought, hey, I like that saying. I'm going to use it. So I've used that as my slang every single day now. But we're here. We're ready. We got some exciting new changes coming up with the show that Chrissy and I have been discussing. But Chrissy, I guess if we're going to start off our personal interest pieces, what's yours?
So I decided, as you might, oh wait, you can't really see my shirt. So last time was Disney. This time I traveled back to the 90s when I grew up and thought of my girl, Britney Spears. And yes, many white women all over social media are talking about this. But just in case our audience didn't know what a conservatorship was and what's going on with Britney Spears, I decided to do a little research into the subject. I didn't know a ton about it before. I would probably say maybe about 2 or 3 months ago. I started because I've always been a Britney fan. I grew up with her. I went to her concerts when I was younger, or one of them. Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I loved them. Typical woman in their 30s. No, these were two separate things. I actually saw the Backstreet Boys in 2019, right before COVID. So I kind of started noticing her Instagram, just the things she was posting seemed like a cry for help. Things just didn't seem right. And then one of my friends, shout out if you ever watched this, Jen, sent me a text message saying, have you seen Britney Spears' Instagram? Do you know about what's going on? And then she kind of explained it to me, and then I looked into it further. Mm-hmm. So
if you want me to put anything up, just let me know and I will.
Okay. I'm just going to start
just say what thing you want me to put up and I'll put it up.
Okay. So I kind of prepared some, because I'm a teacher. So I prepared I don't want to, I'll just thoughts and things, not a Skype call in the middle of this. Okay. So in 2001, Britney Spears she didn't write it, but she performed a song, Overprotected, which is now kind of circulating back around again because of all of this, because it really resonates with what is going on with her. And the chorus of the song reads, "Say hello to the girl I am. You're going to have to see through my perspective. I need to make mistakes just to learn who I am. And I don't want to be so damn protected." So these words really resonate with what's going on with the conservatorship, and now her finally speaking out after, I want to say 18, 10, 13 or some odd number of years of abuse. I think
it's like 13.
Yeah. So Britney Spears has been under strict conservatorship, facilitated and maintained by her father, Jamie Spears, since her infamous breakdown approximately 13 years ago. This resulted in hospitalization and rehab. Despite many remarks regarding her mental health and society's stigmas regarding that, her career never really faltered at that time. So when all of these things first came out about her shaving her head and her kids being on her lap in the car and her burning down a gym, which she will openly talk about, she was still performing and she was still making music. In 2008, her album Circus marked an official comeback when she had a big release tour. She started in a year-long Las Vegas residency. And around that time, she also launched her perfume line along with a lingerie line. I can talk today. So that's certainly worthy of praise despite everything that was going on. A conservatorship, according to the California court's official website, is where a judge appoints an individual or organization to care for another adult who is deemed unfit to care for themselves or manage their own finances. I had never heard of this until this case. And I'm sure there's other celebrities, probably women, I don't know for sure, that have fallen into this pattern. But given that Britney is such an icon, we probably know more about it. So
I didn't know about it either until like it started to come into not popularity, but like it came to light like last year.
I want to say it was like mid to late 2020. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're still in 2021. I thought we were in 2022. No,
yeah,
but
so
yeah.
You were right. No, you were right on.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
No, it's fine. I didn't know exactly what it was, so I had to look it up, not only for the personal interest piece, but just to know. I think what I'm kind of inferring and reading about is that this Free Britney case is not just for her, well, definitely for her to be free, but also for the courts to stop doing this whole conservatorship thing.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, like not being the biggest government person, this all kind of clicked. So
yeah.
Britney's father has been her conservator since 2008. And for many years, this arrangement was completely private. But in the past year or so, like we just said, Britney has made it clear that she wants information regarding this conservatorship released to the public. And clearly a lot of people see this as a cry for help. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the social media posts where people ask her to wear a certain color if she needs help, and she does follow up on that. Like, I really, truly think that is her trying to speak to the public. And her social media manager has said that she, you know, of course they make the posts for her, but she tells them exactly what she wants them to say. The things that are kind of weird are the reoccurring posts. You know, if you follow this case, you know how she's constantly posting the same picture.
Mm-hmm.
According to FreeBritney.net, which is an informed fan base, during the 12 years of Spears' conservatorship, she has repeatedly toured the world, released multiple albums, and worked on a variety of television shows. Her conservators decide whether or not she works, as she cannot enter into contracts for herself because she is legally not her own person, which is really sad. Britney Spears needs permission from her conservators to leave her house or to spend any of her own money. Additionally, the YouTube video of her court hearing, which we'll take a look at the end of the piece, in this video, she also suggested a couple things that were really alarming to me. She suggests that she cannot ride in her boyfriend's car. So if she goes out with her boyfriend, she has to go in a car with some kind of driver that has control over her. Her boyfriend has to drive separate, which is weird.
Oh, I did not know that. That's okay.
Yeah,
that's very interesting and very. I mean,
that's what I got from the testimony video,
mm-hmm.
or like sound bit. Yeah, I could be wrong now, but that's what it sounded like to me.
I think honestly, that might be true, just with everything that we've heard about. Like, even if you watch the Free Britney documentary that was on, was it 2020? No, it wasn't 2020. It was
just a couple months ago, I saw it. It was Framing Britney Spears.
Framing Britney Spears. Like they even talked about it in that episode, like in that show too. So I believe like that is true with her.
When I saw that documentary, that was kind of what prompted me at the beginning. So as soon as you said, "Oh, we're doing personal interest," I was like, "Well, I'm doing Britney first."
Yeah,
because I saw it like right before, a couple weeks before we actually you came up with the whole idea of the podcast, and we started hashing it out. Additionally, the YouTube video that I listened to mentions that she has a birth control IUD in her body, and she is not allowed to remove it. So imagine being 39 years old and not getting to make your own decisions, nor having control over your own body in that instance. To me, it kind of was like some reversed Handmaid's Tale patriarchy stuff that was kind of crazy. I don't necessarily think Britney wants to have any more kids. Maybe she does. I don't know if that'd be the best idea. Whatever, that's her choice. But
yeah,
you have like, she has no control over whether or not she can.
Yeah.
According to court documents obtained by People magazine, Britney is strongly opposed to her father returning to his role as the sole conservator of her affairs and her finances. Instead, she has voiced that she strongly prefers Jody Montgomery, who has run her conservatorship since her father's stepping down due to health issues in 2019. This was the woman that did a lot of the interviews in the Framing Britney Spears documentary. So some people in the media think she's on the right side of things. Some people don't. She believes with this potential decision and change, she could gradually gain more autonomy over her own decision making and life. And that really is the goal, for her to gradually her independence back. It's not going to be like an all-in-one thing. She knows that she's going to have to attend therapy. I think what she wants to do is like choose when to do therapy for things.
I know. Sorry, I don't know if my bad. I don't mean to interrupt, but I think I don't know if you're going to talk about this later on down the road, but I think what was interesting is because of her decisions on what she wants to do. I don't know if you're going to talk about it, but her her manager, like stepped down because he stood with her and he wanted her to make her own decisions.
Oh yeah, that was recent. That was really recent, right?
That was like last week.
That was like last week. Yeah, I don't think I touched on it, so thanks for mentioning that.
He stepped down because she wanted to do all these things. She wanted to be free. And so he stepped down, and I know I'm taking over your personal interest piece, and I'm so sorry. But I think I think that might be why he stepped down, was because he wanted her to be able to live the life she wanted. And if she wanted to go on tour, let her go on tour. Let her make her own decisions. She's been under this. So.
Yeah, and fans have asked, like, will you go back on tour? And she says that is to be that's left to be decided for later. I forget what she said it on her Instagram a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
But I took that as, hey, if we can get this on, this court case under control, because the conservatorship, according to the New York Times, I could be wrong on this, but the conservatorship does not expire till the end of 2021. So I would think that what they're pushing for is just to end that conservatorship and not renew it after it does expire. And then maybe she'll go back in, because she's been made to perform when she didn't
Is that why they're in court right now, is to make sure that it doesn't get renewed?
That's what I took from it, or that it can be just lifted completely.
Yeah.
So where we're at now, according to the Deseret News in Salt Lake City, I hope I said that city name right, Deseret.
And this is why I was practicing mine before we came on.
Deseret, that sounds right. At first I thought it said desert, and I was like, no, there's an extra E in there.
Yeah, well, if anyone's watching, they're from that city, let us know. And if she butchered it, she's not.
Oh wait, the city is Salt Lake City. Deseret.
Oh,
that just must be the name of the news company. They covered a lot of stuff with Britney. But anyway, according to that paper, Britney Spears has a new lawyer. His name is Matthew Rosengart, and he is moving aggressively, and I quote, to remove Jamie Spears from the conservatorship. So I guess that's the first step. Removing Jamie Spears, who seems to be overly controlling, not personally, communicating with her about it, but just, making her upset and almost enslaving her in a way. The paper reported that Britney Spears has previously said she is afraid of her father and will not perform as long as he remains in charge of her career. So ultimately, I think the goal is to get rid of the conservatorship, but possibly in the meantime have it switched over to another court facilitator. I don't know what you would call it. And with that, the Free Britney movement has almost turned into a sort of bipartisan political movement. And that to me is pretty inspiring. So that pretty much means that. Sorry, I'm clicking.
Okay, so question: did you see her? And when you say it's become like this big movement, how many celebrities and singers, musicians, actors have come out in support of her?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's everywhere, and she even. I don't know if you. I know I saw this because I'm a huge fan of Cher, and she posted a post saying that when she is free, the first thing she wants to do is go and sit on a beach with Cher in I'm gonna butcher the name, Santopa.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, she wants to go sit on the beach in Santopa with Cher and eat ice cream. And within like 15 minutes, Cher tweeted, as soon as hashtag Free Britney is free, we're going to sit on a beach in Santopa and eat as much ice cream until our heart's content. And see, like, that's just like, it's just those people coming out in support of her. I think that is just a very big, it just shows how big this issue actually is.
Yeah, and she doesn't have, like, she can't, I don't know how frequently she ever gets to, like, communicate with other celebrities or, like, people that she's worked with or toured with in the past. Like, she literally has, like, her boyfriend.
It's not up anymore. That post, it got deleted.
Oh, her social media manager probably took it down.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one with the horses, they left. The one with the horses where she was riding around on the horses and she was like, progress is being made. Like, thanks for all your good thoughts. Oh, but they took the other one down.
They've been taking stuff down left and right because that Cher one was up just the other day because I went to go show my boss about it, and I couldn't find.
Was that a tweet or
I can't remember if that was a tweet or an Instagram post. I don't remember.
All right, so I'll just kind of go through the rest of this. In the meantime, no, you're fine. This is good because I don't know everything. In the meantime, some people do have hesitations about everything because of her appearance and the way she sounds on her social media platforms. So, I mean, I'm not one to judge, but whenever I say like I'm a big Free Britney person, but I'll be at work or at the gym or just talking to friends and I'll be like, Free Britney. And they're like, yeah, but like, I'm a little scared of it because you see her social media. I don't necessarily know what to make of it. I think it's a cry for help. You have to consider that everything she's done throughout the past 13 years has not been for herself. It's been for her father's and now possibly her sister's profit and gain. I really think that this conservatorship has, just put her back into a childlike state of mind, and she's almost 40. Maybe there's some kind of drug use, but I don't think I think it's prescription drug use that maybe they're doing too much of it. I don't know, but everyone's always commenting on how fast she talks and her eyeliner being all messed up. And I don't know what to make of that, but I think the fast talking and the swaying a lot, if you ever see videos of her talking, I think she's just anxious because she's stuck there. Like she says in her court testimony that her mental health is deteriorating. So this is a really unique kind of trauma. I believe it's unlikely to improve without anyone giving her a chance to govern her own life. And then lastly, there's an Instagram account that I truly believe supports the mission of Free Britney to the fullest. In fact, they probably have even pioneered this movement. And I found out about this from watching the documentary that you mentioned on Hulu called Framing Britney Spears. And if you want to plug it now, the name of the Instagram is called Britney's.
I'm not ready. Oh my God. What, this one? Britney's Graham? Is that it?
You got it. Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. The name of the Instagram is called Brittany's Gram. And the people in this are a lot of the people that helped put together that documentary and that were speaking up in that documentary, and they plugged their Instagram in that as well. So that's where I found out about it from. In there, they post clips from a podcast. It's called Toxic, the podcast.
I'm getting to it. Here we go.
This talks about progress in the court cases that are associated with Brittany and her conservatorship. So here's a little snippet from the 5th episode. Now, this episode talks about Lynn Spears, which is Brittany's mother, starting to step up and take a defensive angle with this. And also, apparently, she wrote a book with a co-writer, Laura Lee Craker. And the book is kind of, expressing what Brittany's gone through. So we'll play like a little part of this.
I brought it up, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to hit the share sound button like I always forget. So let's try this one more time with some audio. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Idea was this conservatorship anyway? Well, what we know about that comes largely from court documents and from Lynn Spears' book.
So it was the spring of 2007, and I got a call from my then agent. He said, "Hey, Laura Lee, how would you like to write a book with Britney Spears' mom?"
This, again, is Laura Lee Craker, co-author of Through the Storm.
The first thing that happened was I was flown to Nashville to meet with Lou and Lynn at Lou's office. And Lynn and I hit it off, I would say, within seconds. She was just a kindred spirit.
That Lou woman Laura Lee is talking about is Lou Taylor. She's an important player in this story. So whose idea was this conservative?
Oh, huh. I kind of, you're muted.
Not that. So
I just hearing that little portion, it makes me want to actually, because that was episode 5. That was from episode 5. So I kind of want to go back, and I need a new podcast when the other podcast, when I finish my other podcast. I'm going to start listening to that.
I'm probably going to start too, just to, get another perspective on it.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that I wanted to share in relation to this was just a little snippet of the court testimony, which if you follow in this case, you may have heard, it. But what I kind of want, if there's any viewers to focus on, is just like the hesitancy and the pain in her voice and the quickness with which she speaks. I think that is giving a sense of like urgency, and not necessarily like just because she's messed up and possibly, on drugs or whatever.
And guys, while we're watching this, if you guys are listening to this, because it's just a still image of Britney's face, so there's no video. It's just that's the only way I can actually put it out there. If you guys have any your thoughts on I spelled Free Britney wrong on the chat. I put an extra T on there on accident. But if you guys have any thoughts on the Free Britney movement, post it in the chat. There's things that we don't know about, how I told Chrissy about the whole share thing and her manager. There's things that we don't know because we're not able to listen to it 24/7. So while we're listening to this, if you guys have any thoughts, put it out there. Put it on the chat. Let's talk about it.
And if you have a more recent update, because I did the research for this the end of last week, beginning of this week, kind of just starting from scratch. So if you guys know more, would love to hear your thoughts.
Exactly. So here we go. Let's listen. Go ahead and listen. Did I share audio? I don't think I shared audio. I need to get used to this. How long has it been? It's been a month, right?
I like this setup.
It's been a month. I think I've done this plenty of times. I should know. All right, here we go.
Them to make sure that they did this at my home so I would have privacy. I deserve privacy. The whole conservatorship from the beginning, once the conservatorship from the beginning, once you see someone, whoever it is in the conservatorship, making them money and myself money and working, that whole statement right there, the conservatorship should end. There should be I shouldn't be in a conservatorship if I can work and provide money and work for myself and pay other people. It makes no sense. The laws need to change. What state allows people to own another person's money and account and threaten them and saying, you can't spend your money unless you do what we want you to do, and I'm paying them? Ma'am, I've worked since I was 17 years old. You have to understand how thin that is for me. Every morning I get up to know I can't go on somewhere unless I meet people I don't know every week in an office identical to the one where the therapist was very abusive to me. I truly believe this conservatorship is abusive. And now we can sit here all day and say, oh, conservatorships are here to help people. But ma'am, there's 1,000 conservatorships that are abusive as well. I don't feel like I can live a full life. I don't owe them to go see a man I don't know and share him my problems. I don't even believe in therapy. I always think you take it to God. I want to end the conservatorship without being evaluated. In the meantime, I want this therapist once a week. He can either come to my home. No, I just want him to come to my home. I'm not willing to go to Westlake and be embarrassed by all these paparazzi, these scummy paparazzi laughing at my faces while I'm crying, coming out and taking my pictures as all these white, nice dinners where people drinking wine at restaurants, watching me leave these places. They set me up by sending me to the most exposed places. And I told them I didn't want to go there because I knew paparazzi would show up there.
Chrissy, you're muted again. You're right. The way she talks, the way and how she's trying to talk to the judge, it's very yeah. I can feel where she's coming from just by the tone of her voice.
And I don't necessarily think, not this, unedited. I don't necessarily think it's a result of any drug, narcotic, medication. I think she just wants a sense of urgency, and she's been restricted for so long with what she can do that she's not used to speaking to people in a public setting like this. So
yeah, I mean and obviously guys, we're not that. We don't know how it's there. This is just what we are talking about in our feelings. I feel for her. We don't go through this. So this is a thought from my father, number one fan. He says the conservatorship sounds like a violation of the Constitution and modern day legal slavery, which
period.
It literally does. It literally sounds like she's enslaved. She's enslaved to her own dad. And there was a point where Jamie Lynn Spears, her sister, went to the judge and said, I want to take over for my father. But what she wanted to do, because this came out when the judge said no, she was going to take over for her father, and then she was going to end it. Jamie Lynn Spears was going to end the
I've heard
the conservatorship. She was like, let's go. Can I do this? And the judge is like, no. And she's like, oh.
Yeah, she was turned down from that. But people are giving her backlash for something. I don't follow all that.
I mean,
Twitter streets can be brutal. I never know what to follow.
I mean, we don't have to go through that. We don't sit through our lives getting dictated. Oh, you can't go to Chrissy. You can't go out to dinner with Rob. If you do, you have to go to D'Angelo's. Is it D'Angelo's?
Oh, the D'Alessandro's?
D'Alessandro's. You have to go there
restaurant out
because there are paparazzi there that are gonna want to take pictures. We don't have that life, and that I feel bad for her.
Yeah, it's very concerning. I don't know. It seems to me to violate basic freedoms. It just further, you want to talk about all this stuff, mental health in the news lately with Simone Biles and their backlash she's getting. It's really similar. Nobody's acknowledging that her mental health, is, well, I mean, I guess they are. They're acknowledging, they're saying that her mental health is preventing her from, she could be a danger to herself, but you would never know unless you gradually gave her a little bit of freedom to start. She's been in this thing for like 13 years. I think it's making her worse. I really, like, if you look at her Instagram, I'm not going to go on and on about that, but I think it's making her worse.
Well,
so
you just saw
I
that.
agree, James's dad.
So you just heard on the news like not too long ago that Brittany got her own like lawyers.
She got a new lawyer.
So I mean, guys, this is something that this could be brought up every month when we do our personal interest pieces. Not like we're not going to cover it in depth, but just an update of Britney Spears. I know the moment that she gets free, I'm going to play a Britney Spears song on here, and if I get a cease and desist letter, I will definitely pay it.
It better happen.
And I'm going to blame Chrissy for it, and you're going to pay half of the bill. But no, I think that this was a great choice for a personal interest piece just to start off the this episode. But wow. Yeah, that's what I have to say is just wow. And I support her. So hashtag free Britney.
Hashtag free Britney all day. Britney. Also, before you start yours, I will say one more thing. If anybody, I don't think anybody is, but if anybody from the mini community happens to be watching this, I did on July 18th, I played a game called Double Twists. It was a very hard game. I came in 5th out of like 20 people. That was pretty good, but not me bragging. But my team.
When don't we?
There was 3 of us, and we had to pick a team name. And we called ourselves the Free Britney Faction. And I got this shirt for the game. And when I was voted out, I was like, oops, y'all did it again.
Okay, so before we move on, my boss, Sarah, shout out Sarah if you're watching, she asked me, we were at work, we were dead, and she goes, hey, do you remember the Oops, I Did It Again music video? Do you?
Yeah, of course.
Was she or was she not wearing a microphone in that music video?
I feel like she was.
We're about to find out.
Not me. All right, are you Googling it?
I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get what happened last time where I played a video and it got
yeah.
But she wasn't. If you look at our cast graphic that I posted, the graphic I posted for this show today, she's in that same exact outfit, but she's not wearing a microphone.
Really? In the red one?
The red one. It was it was one of those Mandela effects that everyone believed she was wearing.
That just happened to me.
But she did not. She's not wearing it. And I literally, that entire day after my boss, after Sarah mentioned that, we listened to Britney Spears the rest of the shift.
Oh my God, she just posted again. Wait.
What'd she post?
Okay, she's topless. Maybe we shouldn't.
I'm not showing that image.
Okay, wait. We'll look at it. I will look at it after the show.
Okay.
You want to talk about your stuff now?
That was a very good, very, very good personal interest piece. Just like Britney and, not being able to control her life and getting put out there. That's what's happening to people in Iquitos, Peru. See the transition I did there? Hey, good transition. Guys, my personal interest piece is actually about an organization that one of my really good friends and his wife, they run together. But this website and organization is called Rise Together International. I'm going to bring it up on the screen.
Rise Together. Then I rise up. That's all I can
So Rise Together International, this is the organization that is ran by my friend Zach and his wife Bronte. It is, I'm going to read a little bit about it, and they're like a little bit of their background. This is on their website. But they went to Peru during a mission trip, and they found out while they were in Peru, in Iquitos, that after many visits and years of serving, they recognized a need within the community that they could not ignore. They met hundreds of families and had difficulty maintaining consistent food and shelter, and that too many children who were not receiving education. They witnessed poverty so intense that parents were forced to cease caring for their child or children, and these children were displaced and left to live on the streets. It was believed that the child would have a better life there than in a family where they could no longer be cared for. However, it was discovered that many of these children would become victims of sex and drug trafficking instead. So Zach and his wife decided to follow their passion, and they made a permanent home in Iquitos, Peru, among the people that they cared so deeply for. And this allowed them to build an international relationship by support, growth, and love out of the desire to help and bring change to the city. Rise International was born. So this is just information about their website. It's a nonprofit organization, and they focus on medical care, education, and career development. I did a lot of research with them, and I was talking to Zach. And if you guys want to join, you guys can. But I do want to read. I'm sorry this is not long. I have been packing, so I didn't create something as long as you, Chrissy. But they really are a. I don't know how to say the words. They do a lot of good for Iquitos. And this is just a little something that I wanted to put out there, that they as I asked if I could do this and share their website and share their organization, this is what they had to say. Rise Together International is a nonprofit organization that works to empower families living in extreme poverty throughout northern Peru. They are launching a new program designed to work with parents to help them launch a business so they can generate a secure and adequate income to meet the needs of their family. Rise Together International is actually running a fundraising campaign called 25 for 25, and are looking for 25 people to sign up for $25 a month to help support these families during this new and life-changing opportunity. If you guys, there is a part of their organization called The Crew. You guys can make a donation by going to risetogetherinternational.org/the crew. It can be anywhere from $1 to as much as you guys want to give. If you guys want to follow them on Facebook, it's Rise Together International. Instagram is Rise Together INT. This is just, for me, this is a very organization that I know a lot of the people who know Zach and his wife Bronte have been helping towards, because there's nothing better than giving back to a child.
Now, do they go down there?
They live there.
Oh, they live there full time.
They live there full time. They're in the heart of Iquitos, Peru. And it's a lot of times when I talk to him, he's like, "Hey, if I cut off, it's because I don't have signal." But and it's just really cool to see them doing something that they love.
That's amazing. So are they with the kids? Like, are they living?
They're with the kids.
They're like big. Actually, they're like foster parents. Like,
here, this is actually this is from their website. This is them.
What if I told Rob we're moving to Peru? We're gonna be foster parents for these kids.
This is them. This is actually them with some of the kids.
Aww.
So it's a very good organization. They have that's them. That's Zach and that's Bronte. So they are. I think it's a very good organization, and seeing him and her follow something that they love is really cool. But I also, on the other hand, created a second personal interest piece, and Chrissy, I hope you're okay with it.
Yes.
I am in love with TikTok. And so I have put
our better judgment.
Yes, on my better judgment. There's many times where I will be lying on the couch and I should be packing and I am on TikTok, or I should be asleep because I work at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm on TikTok. And so, Chrissy, I just decided to put together some of my favorite clips, and then the last couple parts are like specific TikToks from actual like TikTokers, just like there's like multiple of them. Don't judge me. I love a lot of cat videos. So
I've been on cat TikTok. I've been on dog TikTok. I've been everywhere.
And I do want to give a shout out to every single one of these people. So their names are mentioned in the TikToks as well. But their hard work should not go unnoticed. So, Chrissy, let's just take a little gander into my For You page of TikTok. Oh, I'm going to restart that.
Rip my lightsaber.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That was not planned. I'm sorry. But I've been forgotten, Joe. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Yo.
Can I make this shit up?
I'm sorry. Now, Kat.
I was like, what is this? And then all of a sudden.
Okay, the first time I saw that, I thought it was the person. I thought we were watching the person go down the street. Okay, here we go.
There's a cat in a hat on the subway, bro. He's looking at me. Oh my God. That's so crazy. Oh my God.
Oh.
And remember, with a little rusties and an insane amount of luck, you too can look like me. Ka-chow.
Oh God.
How are you today? Hello. How are you today? Hello. How are you today? No, I don't be owl.
Hello. I'm inside your house. Okay. Yellow. Why did you hang up? Why did you hang up on me? If you're inside my house, just come talk to me. I'm in the closet. Oh, you're gay? That's cool. No, I'm not gay. No, it's all right. My cousin's gay. No, I'm not gay. I'm literally in your closet. Wait, really? Who is this? Come find out. Where are you? Are you stupid or something? I just said I'm in your closet. Oh, yeah.
This one is for you. This next one's for you, Chrissy. Just for you.
Thing that girl did was a bop on the whole damn cake and the cherry on top. Shook up the bottom, made a good girl pop. You ain't even here to party. Ken in the club tryna pipe a Barbie. I don't wanna go with the flow back then until I touch my toes. I don't wanna roll the boat. Wrist full of rocks and I hope I flow. Big up yourself cause you know they don't. I chew cause they hope I show. I'm a bitch, I'm a boss. I'm a bitch and a boss, I'm a shine like
I will give you that recipe. Oh,
best friend's like family without actually telling me your best friend is like family.
I thought she said, tell me about your best friend's family. I said, she got a mom and a dad and like maybe like an animal. Actually, I don't know which friend I'm talking about. Maybe like an animal running around, some siblings. I'm not really there for the family dinners. I don't exactly know. I exchanged the pleasantries with my friends' parents, kind of like a, how you doing? How are you? Long time. No, the house looks amazing. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a good influence on your child. I don't know what they do when I'm not around. I don't know why they cop an attitude with you. I have no. I'll talk to them in the car about that. Oh, I'm not dating nobody. No, I mean, you've not seen me running around with a boy. I'm kind of living my life. Actually, are they ready to go? Because I'm just gonna you have snacks. Yes, I would love a cookie. Okay, awesome. She coming? Okay, awesome. Maybe just one for the road. Got a Ziploc bag. Thank you so much. See you around. I had to stop pissing off the mailman because I told him the stories about the neighbors and, well, wait, hold on. What? Oh, nothing. I got Scarlett running down the street from the police again. Really? Third time this month. Yeah, well, she better stop using my front lawn as an escape route. Wait, does she have a balloon tied around her leg? Let me see. Actually, yeah. What's that about? It's because they ran out of ankle monitor bracelets last week. Oh, shit, she fell. Again? Face first? Mm-hmm. Grass or pavement? Asphalt. Oh, well, did the balloon get away? Look at that. It sure did. Listen, give it 3 minutes. You'll see Spider-Man floating past your house and Scarlett in the back of a cop car on her way to the station. Great. It's like a shitty parade. Okay, I'm gonna go pop a squat on the porch and watch.
Kidnapped. 2 hours later, your kidnapper returns you because you don't.
Oh, hey, Hey, thanks for letting us stop at that dollar store for a bathroom break. Look what I picked up in aisle 2. Now, I love this metalwork, but the word love on my wall, ugh, over it. I'm going to take these individual letters, break them all off. I'm going to spell the word leveled, L-E-V-E-L with them, okay? But hear me out, but the last L, it's going to almost look like it's falling. Oh, my handcuffs are coming off. Falling off of the word level, okay? So that the whole word itself is not level. Don't you just love that? I'll probably put this off for a couple of weeks, but $2 for sure. Okay, back in the van. Okay, where are we going? Where's the next stop? I'm loving this shotgun.
Here you go, Miss Ferguson. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you, darling.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Sir! Sir! Who has shorter or straw?
I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light.
I'm telling you, Susan, that Chick-fil-A boy was fine. As hell.
But when the mountains meet the heavens above, and when the lightning splits the sea, I could swear there is someone somewhere.
I'm sorry. You forgot your straw.
Thank you so much, darling. I really appreciate that.
Yo, that was the best one to end with.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
my goodness.
I was rolling.
My face hurts from laughing. I don't care how many times I watch those TikToks. Oh, okay. Chrissy, are you ready for the recipe?
Let's go.
Okay.
I pretty much followed it except for the last thing he put in it.
Starbucks unsweetened cold brew, silk almond milk, Starbucks coffee creamer, and then he actually put caramel itself in there.
Caramel, okay.
Caramel.
Or however you say it, yeah.
Oh, God. Thank you to all of those. Thank you to @CropTopBoy because I've had conversations with him on Instagram, getting input for this little segment, and I thought that would be a good way to end our personal interest pieces before I'm literally crying,
just making y'all laugh.
Oh, I have tears coming out of my eyes still. But what's next? First off,
do you want me to update on the draft real quick or no?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Update on the draft. Just give us the points.
Just very quickly on the draft. James is struggling a little bit. Yep. The score is now 22. Chrissy 6 James. I earned 9 points this week. 3 from Xavier winning HOH, 3 from Tiffany winning the wild card, and 3 from Christian winning the veto.
Don't talk about me. I don't want to talk about me losing all my points.
James lost 4 points for both people on his team being on the block, Brittany and Brent, but he did gain 6 points for the safety of Alyssa, and where's this other 2 coming from? 2 from something else.
But that's over Big Brother. We did tell you guys, if you guys look at our Instagram page, we update it. We'll be updating it today. I will be losing a member this week. So there's that. But Chrissy and I, after last week, after the unforeseen circumstance of me feeling like poo-poo butter, thank you to Kristen Caruso and Brandy Egan from Let's Go to Court for that little tidbit, poo-poo butter. We have decided to, after our first month, we said this was a trial month, to rebrand ourselves, rework what we're going to be doing. So we are dropping part of our logo, and our new show is still called C&J Unedited, but we are actually going to, I can't find the picture. It's still going to be the CJ Unedited podcast. But due to what happened last week, and if any unforeseen circumstances come up in the future of shows that we might not be able to do on Thursdays, we are actually going to still air the episode, but they're going to be pre-recorded. This way, you guys still get a weekly episode. 99% of the shows will be live. We will be like this. It's just if something comes up with Chrissy going back to teaching or me at work and we can't do an episode during the on 6/7 Central Time plan. We wanted to have a backup, and so pre-recorded episodes are going to be the way we go. You'll still get the unedited aspect because it's still going to be a pre-recorded episode, so we're not going to go in and edit them. So you're still going to get the unedited part. It just will not be live. I think, Chrissy, this was a smart idea on both of our ends. Just if we do get sick, if we're sick and you don't want to be on camera that long, we can do a short episode or stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think it's good too. And you have like how we interviewed Nick Cregan, like we could have done, the whole
we could have done the whole
show
episode.
and just yeah.
So we are dropping the 100% live, 100% true, 100% unedited little tagline in there, because if it is a pre-recorded show, we don't want you to mislead you guys. But it is still going to be, like I said, it's still going to be unedited. It's still going to be a blast, and I think this is a good way to go. Speaking of it being our trial month, it's over. We ended our trial month.
Woo, we made it through the first month.
We made it through the first month. I just want to give a big shout out. We did put our Instagram out there at the very beginning. We still have 2 spots left of people I could follow back.
You can follow
13 people have followed our podcast. So
Aww.
Thank you guys for doing that. Our Instagram. It ranges from my dad to Andrew Hayes to Adam, my friend Adam Treadway, to my friend Justin. So thank you guys to all of you guys for.
Ian followed us.
For who?
My friend Nick followed us. Nick Shander, thank you, and my friend Mark Bushman, thank you both.
And then also, Chrissy, I guess we could say, I guess it's fair to say, we got a lot of feedback from our friend Ian being on, and so Ian will be joining us every so often to join in on the topics that we're going to be talking about, which I think will be fun because everyone loved having him. Everyone loved having him on. So
yeah,
we reached
everybody
out to
loves
him,
Ian.
and he said that he couldn't do every week, so we're gonna let him pick whatever shows he wants to come on to. But August, what is coming up for August? Should we enlighten the people of our plan?
Yeah.
Okay. So next month is a very crazy month. Chrissy's going to be on vacation. I'm going to be moving into a new place. I have plans on one of the days. So coming up next month, August 5th, we have our crazy news stories or our crazy news reports. Excuse me. August 12th is going to be our personal interest pieces again. So we have 2 weeks until we have new personal interest pieces. So it's going to be a turnaround.
Oh my God, I got to think of something else.
And as of right now, it's in the works, but I don't know for sure if it's going to happen. One of my friends who is a local singer here in Kansas City might be coming on to perform some of his music. So that's going to be something interesting. August 19th, we are not going to be having a show. Chrissy, you're going to be out of town, I believe, for that August 19th to the August 26th. So Chrissy's not going to be with us. But with that being, what is that?
That?
Oh, that's so weird. What if I put it back? Oh, that was
creepy.
That was weird. But then August 26th is going to be a Gilmore Girls roundtable special. So if you guys have watched Gilmore Girls, know anything about Gilmore Girls, tune in for that episode. It's going to be really cool. And something that's going to be even cooler is that it's live. I am moving into a brand new apartment. The 2 people who are going to be joining me on that episode are 2 of my friends. So we are super excited about that. And here's the cast graphic for that one. So we can bring that up and I could show everybody this one because it's exciting for me. So it's going to be an all-girl. It's going to be live in person. They're actually going to be in the same room with me, and we're going to talk all things Gilmore Girls. So that is going to be an episode you guys do not want to miss. Chrissy, I guess this is the end of the episode. This was an hour-long episode. Our personal interest pieces will be hour-long episodes. If you want to go ahead and plug your social media.
Sure. You can follow me on Instagram at crosmac_4. I know we were talking about my dog a couple weeks back. If you want to follow my dog, who is now like, she's still a puppy, but she's so much bigger than when I showed you guys her like the first week. That's her Instagram, Kahlua_pup410. She posts every couple days.
She posts? Does she actually get on Instagram and post herself?
Yeah, her little paws.
Should I start one for Nova?
Yeah, friend Kahlua.
You know what? Kahlua and Nova will team up and be the unlikely
There's a
duo.
couple people that have cat ones. David Healy has a Twitter for his cat.
Really?
David Healy, yeah, his cat Lily.
Well, you know what? Kahlua and Nova, the mascots of the CJ Unedited podcast.
Oh, and also, if anyone's in like the tri-state area, they are looking for 3 math teachers at my job, and my bear shop. My bear shop too. Come visit my bear shop. I'm working tomorrow and Saturday, or you can order online at mybearshop.com. All the swim is now 25% off because we are near the end of summer. And that's about it.
So before I go ahead and run mine, I gotta take your banners off. This is a good question brought out from my father. Guys, James, Chrissy, why don't you reach out to people and ask them what they would like you guys to talk about, in some of your cast. I'm guessing he means like what we want to talk about in our shows.
Oh, if like the audience has any ideas, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Let me throw this out there for all of you guys. We were going to start doing this in August, but then August. If you guys have any suggestions, you guys can reach out to us on social media, or you guys can reach out to us by email at cjuneditedpodcast@gmail.com. That's right. We do have an email, so cjuneditedpodcast.
I forgot we had that.
At gmail.com. Some other interesting things that I was going to mention next week, but now that my father brought that out, we are creating a website, so we'll have our website as well. And in that website, you guys will be able to drop suggestions for topics. When we start talking about TV shows again, you guys can start dropping those topics. And if you guys ever want to be on the podcast, if you guys just want to pop on, say hello, talk to us about like a personal interest piece you have, email us or message us in the chat, and we can bring you guys on as well. This trial month was just to see the ins and outs, and I think we did. But yeah, Dad, that was a very good suggestion. So reach out to us.
Hanton, we love you.
Yeah, we reach out to us again, cjuneditedpodcast@gmail.com. My information, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, is at jhanton. I post a lot of cat pictures and a lot of stuff about my pet and my friends. So there's that. But yes, follow us. Be one of those people. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at CJ Unedited Podcast. Or, like I said, email us at cjuneditedpodcast@gmail.com. How many times am I going to say? How many times am I going to drop this tonight?
You got to end up with like 25 emails tomorrow.
I am. I'm going to have 25 emails, and it's going to be an interesting read. But thank you guys for joining us as always. Sorry about not being on last week. I hope we capitalized on it this week. Until next time, next Thursday, stay safe, stay healthy, and remember to live your life 100% unedited. Good night, guys.